Yellow, yellow, everyone! This week we're painting on nutcrakers. I actually bought this set last year at Canadian Tire for the Boxing Day sales. They were like $15 for all of them, so I think it was a good bargain. Just thinking about the fact that they're made out of wood and they have a lot of details on it, I think it's a good price. So last year when I got them, I did some sketch of what I wanted to do, but of course it's been a year, so my tastes have changed a little bit. There were also two or three problems with my sketch, so I wanted to fix them. The first big problem is I thought that the color weren't that cohesive. I wanted a matching set, so the color was like not good enough. After that, the little design that I did here, well, I didn't thought I would be able to do it because the sword would be in the way. So I just decided to simplify it because I didn't want anything to be in my way while painting. And of course, the red that really wasn't in my color palettes. So after painting everything in white, without bothering you with that of course, they were all almost white anyway, I decided to start with this one. So first thing I need to do is a little sketch of what I need to do. And after doing these two simple lines, I skip right to the paint. For this one, there really wasn't a lot to draw because I'm really gonna base myself off what's already there. But since they're also the main color on the polka dots for the vest, I started with the other colors before doing the polka dots, just because I was scared to put too much blue and not have enough space for the other colors. So I'm just gonna go jump to the purple and pink before coming back to the blue. As you can see, I also used this wooden thingy to do the polka dots. I just thought it was the perfect size to do my little polka dots. I also didn't want to put too much pink on the vest just because I think it would have looked a little bit weird. I could also go in the areas of color and everything, but in my head at that moment, I really was just like, no, it's not gonna fit. But anyway, who doesn't want a pink hat? Come on. So there you go for the first one. I know I didn't do the face yet, but I have a good reason for that. I want them all done so I would be able to match all the faces together. So on to the second victim. Mwahaha. Like the first one, this one we're also starting with the sketching. For this one I had some little troubles. I wasn't able to do the same thing for both sides. I don't know why, but I just wasn't able to do the same line on the left and on the right. So that's the reason why I started with the blue for this part. I thought I would be able to repair the line work, but it's still not perfect. But you know what? It's better than nothing. Now we're moving forward to the purple. We're now like 2-3 hours after I was done with the blue. And as you can see, I forgot to take everything out of the background. The worst part is I even looked in the camera and I couldn't see it. I kind of like blanked everything like I blanked my nose. For my defense, it was like 10, 11-ish at night. And I went back to painting because I wasn't able to sleep and kind of wanted to be productive. But we can see it didn't really work. Ironically, the other one also started with yellow and ended up with blue, and this one I started with blue and ended up with yellow. And just a little heads up, the other one is the same thing. I just think it's a little funny. So for our third and last one, the knight with the candy cane sword. For this one, there was a little bit more to do. I don't know if it's because he was inspiring me a little bit more, or just the fact he had more surface to work on. But I did a design on the vest, on the sword, and on the hat. So yeah, again, starting with the blue and ending with the yellow. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but on each and every one of them, I didn't paint the part that was like the nut cracking part. I just left it white. For the front part, the reason is really simple. I just think it looks like a mouth, unless anyone says otherwise. And since the face was white, I didn't want to do something crazy with it, so I just left it white. For the back part, it was a little bit more aesthetic. The first reason is I didn't know how to end the belt, like wrapping around it. But the main factor was I thought about the fact of opening and closing it a lot of time, and I thought that white would just be easier to repaint if anything happened to it. This design is also the only one that I left with white pants, just because I treated white like a color when I did my design, and each and every one of them really had a lot of white, and this one was only his face and his arms, so I wanted a little bit more white. So don't worry, this guy is not naked from the waist down and freezing his knee off. He really just have white pants. I finished my two last soldier with the little yellow buttons that I draw. And now we're on to the face. So I'm gonna leave you with the little music I have in the background and show you how I did the face, because after that, it's the final shots.